What is up, guys? Welcome back. Tonight I have got a little bit different video for you, something that I haven't done yet, something that I have been wanting to do, I've been putting off, and tonight I'm just gonna fucking wing it. So here we go. And what I'm gonna talk about, and you're gonna see me kind of go to my phone every once in a while so I stay on track, but I'm 40 and I'm fat. Help me. You can go on YouTube, you can go on the old Googles, and you can search, and I guarantee you can get a million hits of some shredded ass dude in, in one hell of a pose, all cut up, and he will give you the 5 most important exercises to do to get shredded, the 10 most important types of weights to use, or I could fucking go on and on forever. And while a lot of it is pretty, decent advice, it's sound advice, it's not what's gonna work for you. I'm not gonna tell you what weights to use. If you watch my channel already, you know that I'm the idiot that sits here and squawks on a sandbag from time to time, and that's one of the tools that I like to use. I have a few different sandbags, kettlebells, clubs, maces, weighted vests, stuff like that. That's what I like to use. Am I the biggest, strongest dude in the world? Absolutely not even freaking close. Am I in pretty damn decent shape for 40 years old? I'd like to think so. Also, if you watch the channel, you know that I'm dealing with like a bulging disc kind of thing in my neck. It's been hitting a nerve. If any of you guys have any decent advice, good stuff, I've gone through it before, I'm all ears. Please leave something in the comments below. But it's the headaches, and it's all makes sense. I've probably had it for years. It goes into my shoulders, and like, I can push on certain things, and like I go like blind in this eye, and then this arm hurts. It's so damn weird. But it's the older I've gotten, the more I'm being inquisitive, not just that rub some dirt on it and it'll go away kind of a thing. So anyway, let's get right into it tonight. And what I'm going to talk to you about, what I'm going to tell you about, is things that people don't tell you when you're trying to get into shape. You got a lot of people giving you the 5 bests and the 3 best foods you need to eat and all that stuff. But they're not giving you a lot of those things, I think, where people fail. And I'm going to say that this is probably the most important part to your fitness journey. You're getting back in shape, you're losing weight, whatever it be for. I think that these are some of the most important things. So we're going to get right into it. So one of, if not the most important thing for you to do, is there needs to be a declaration. You need to declare what you're doing so that other people hear you and it holds you accountable. You can be your own accountability partner, but having something like that where you declare this, basically tell as many people as you can, put it on social media. If you use social media, tell that one friend who doesn't let you up, that holds you to things. Don't tell the one person who goes, oh, you don't feel good today? Well, yeah, I understand why you're not working out. The other thing when it comes to that declaration is, one of the things that can hold us up here and really stop us from getting in some kind of better shape or something like that, or sticking to it, is loved ones, close friends, family, children. There needs to be a compromised boundary set. Whether it be with your wife, who probably already thinks that you don't spend enough time with her, and now you want to tell her you want to spend an hour and a half a day doing your own little thing. It needs to be known that your life depends on it, and there needs to be a compromise there. I will, I'm going to take this hour a day for myself, and I'm willing to do, this hour per day. I'll take care of, say, the kids for you, so you can go do this. We both have our own time. That's really, really, really important. The next part of it is children too. Tonight would be a good example of that. My son's made it pretty aware to me that, he knows my routine, and I'm not going to ask to do that because I know you got to work out, and then it's his time, and so you got to give and take a little bit. And he wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. That didn't fit into my diet plan, But all right, we can do that tonight. It's a much needed rest, and it's just as important that you know, like I said, friends, family, and loved ones are seen also. So there's some give and some take. And also don't remember, if you miss one workout, you know, it's not the end of the world. That's where, you know, a lot of people say, you know, own the morning. I don't tend to do that. I get up really early and I get to work really early. For me, I love working out after work. It's like my second wind. It's kind of always been my thing. And, you know, find out what works for you. You know, get something worked out to where it can not only work for you, but it can work for everybody and be sustainable. You know, adding a new part to your wife's day so that you can go to the gym. There's a possibility she might get fed up with that after a while. So it must be sustainable. So remember that part. So the next part of it is Luna. Luna's here. Hi, the puppy doggy. Oh, thank you for all the kisses. This is the Luna puppy doggy. This is the Luna puppy doggy. Yeah, she's a good girl. Go get me a toy or something. There you go. There's one of your toys. Want to show everybody your toy? What's your toy? What you got? That's a 44 kilo kettlebell, by the way, just so you guys know. Right? Say, I'm so strong. I'm so strong. I'm so strong. All right. Next, one of the most important parts is diet. Diet is going to be super, super, super huge here. And, you know, I know this from guys, let's just say the people that I work with, where in the beginning of it, they forget that, oh my God, what am I going to eat for lunch? They're so used to going to Chili's every day for lunch, or they're so used to going to Shake Shack or wherever they're going. And, excuse me for 1 second, take a sip from our sponsor, Taylor's Tea. This is the Mandarin Ginger. Amazing. They're actually not a sponsor at all, but I figured maybe I could practice for the future. So, not now, Luna. Luna, Daddy is very busy right now. This is very, very important business. Very, very important business. I don't want to fight or wrestle you. It's your kettlebell. You can have it. I got it for you. There you go. Do your thing, girl. So, what you're going to eat, and the more you plan ahead, the better you have at success of eating well. The next thing it's going to be is the cheat days and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they're not important, but they're not as important as you think. And you want to get yourself to the point where, like, oh, I get to eat chocolate cake today. You know, it's Sunday or something, and you eat chocolate cake and you feel like shit from it. And the next day, the next Monday, you can see you're just, all of what you pigged out on over the past couple of days, you're just bloated and it's not digested correctly. And, you know, even on vacation, you know, I'm not telling you to not have fun and to not enjoy yourself, but is it really worth it? And don't look at it as a, you know, oh, I get to have a cheat day and I get to do this, I earned it and stuff like that. If you take away the I earned it part, you look at it as, you know, almost in the same way as like a heroin addict. It's like, I've been good for 8 days now, I earned this, you know? And it's like, well, yeah, you're just putting junk back in your body. Not to say that I don't, I'm a fucking human, so I absolutely have cravings and stuff like that. But, you know, the analogy people have given forever is, you know, like, look at it as, you know, you're a race car and what you put in your body is important, right? And would you have your race car and all of a sudden one day like, I put great fuel in this thing for 15 days now, you know? Like, I'm just gonna go down to the that shady gas station over there and throw 5 of a regular in it. Like, why? Why would you do that to it? So, like I said, you're on vacation, something like that, you have a good dinner, you know, but just be conscious of what you're eating, you know? Mainly staying away from like the processed foods and the sugars and stuff like that. I try to stay away from them as much as I possibly can now. There's still a few that I have from time to time, but that's one of the things. You got to plan ahead for that. That's not just going to fall in your lap. And nobody really tells you that you really got to plan ahead, like days ahead sometimes. One of the tips by accident, I guess I could give you guys, that I found out is if you make yourself a really good dinner, you're almost guaranteed a really good lunch the next day. And you kind of keep that cycle going. So what I mean by that is if you make a really good dinner the night before, and those leftovers become your lunch for the next day, you don't have to do an entire week's worth of meal prepping. You don't get sick of eating the same thing 5 days in a row while you're at work, and you eat good. You eat good at least 2 meals in a row, right? Also cutting out, intermittent fasting is all the rage. I guess you could say I intermittent fast a little bit, but what I mainly do that I cut out from, years back was I would eat late at night. Eating late at night is probably one of the worst things for you. It disrupts your sleep. It keeps your gut working all night long, and when you wake up in the morning, you're starving again. Basically, you get, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you get some kind of a glycemic spike, over the night, and where that rhythm would have been, it's now off, and that's why you're so damn hungry in the morning. If you eat late at night, if you intermittent fast, at least for a little bit, I think I do probably about 14 hours a day. I know 16 is probably like the way people would look at it as true intermittent fasting, but or at minimum that, but I do probably about 14 hours. And really what it comes down to is I'm not eating at night. So cut that bullshit out and you will be amazed at how quickly you lean up is the late night eating. So the next part of it is what you do and where you do it. Have a plan for that. Yes, baby girl. Yes. I know, you're just the loveliest of lovey bugs. You're just the loveliest of lovey bugs. I love you too. You good girl. I love you too. There you go. You get all the scratches on your head. Yeah, you get all the scratches. Sorry, guys. I kind of forget that I'm making a video when she's around. I get into my usual with her. So here, you want to just sit up here with me? Come here. There we go. Come on, up here. So what you do and where you do it. Number one, what you do. Make sure you're having fun. Absolutely make sure you're having fun. Where you do it. Think about it. If you decide, you know what, jiu-jitsu, that's going to be my thing. And your closest gym is, 40 minutes away with no traffic, and you get lucky for a week. And then all of a sudden now there's traffic or the road construction and it takes you an hour and a half to get there every night. You're not going to keep up with it. So what you do and where you do it is pretty damn important. And when it comes to the what you do, I don't care what you do. I got no dog in this fight. I know there's like this, I wouldn't even call it, there's always a competition of who thinks what's better and stuff. I don't think any of it's better. Like, I see dudes who bodybuild, I'm like, damn, that's hard. I wouldn't want to do that. I see guys who do powerlifting and I'm like, damn, that's really hard. I just look at it for what it is. And, I don't think anything I do is harder than what they do. It's probably, it's easier for me because I have more practice with it if you handed it to them. But if I walked into their world, I'd probably look like a complete idiot. So I'd probably be doing everything wrong and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter. You're doing something much better than shooting pool with, some buddies at the bar every night after work. So it doesn't matter what you pick. Just pick something and stick with it. But most importantly, make sure you're having fun while you're doing it. Those guys who bodybuild and stuff, they have a lot of fun doing it. I don't see it as much fun, but that's why there's chocolate ice cream and there's vanilla ice cream, which you shouldn't be fucking eating. But, just make sure you're having fun. Bottom line, I can't say it more than that. I have a lot of fun, and when I'm not having any fun with it anymore, I switch to something a little bit different. I'm not competing for anything. I'm not anything. I'm just trying to be, a better dude, I probably should just call it the Better Dude Project. Because it's really all that I'm looking to do here. And once again, where you do it, have a backup plan, man. Have a backup plan. If your gym, if something like a COVID happens again, what do? Do you just panic for like a week? That's part of why I like what I do, because everybody sees the space that I work out in all winter long. I've been outside for the past few days. It's been really nice, actually. Very nice. But I got this tiny little space here, man, and I just do it. I just make it work, and I don't need a weight bench in here. I don't need a squat rack. I don't need any of that. I get a damn good workout in, daily, 6 days a week, which is now getting cut back because it has to. So I've been going 6 days a week for a long time, and it's starting to catch up to me. And I do it because it's a routine. I really do like routine, so I kind of got to get out of my comfort zone and break my routine a little bit. And like I did tonight. Tonight I gave myself a pass, I gave myself an okay, and I said, I think it'll probably do you better. Less will be more in this instance, I believe. So, yeah, those are two really, really, really important ones. Just really think about them. Now for one of the last and most important ones. And like I said, guys, I'm kind of just spitballing this. I wrote a couple ideas down so I wouldn't forget it. But you know, it's a video that, like I said, I've been wanting to put out for a while now. But one of the last and the most important ones here is be kind to yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Please don't. You got to understand, you're going to get, you know, those beginner, newbie type gains. You know, everybody talks about it. It's real. It happens. But you're going to plateau. And I've done that quite a few times in my lifetime. I'm at one of them now where it's like, no matter what I do, I'm in a spot, you know, and it's like, I'm not upset. I'm not frustrated with myself. Maybe it comes with age. I've gotten, you know, a lot chiller, a lot calmer. Most of us, you know, and do when we get a little bit older, we get wiser. And I've definitely gotten a little bit wiser to where it's like, okay, that's where I'm at, and that's what it is. And I don't get all discouraged. So do not get discouraged. You're going to probably make, you know, a huge leap, and you're going to feel like that's supposed to happen every 3 months. And it's not. You know, you're only going to get, you know, if you got 100% of what, you know, 3 months, the next 3 months might only be like 60%, and then 50%, and then 40, you know. I'll give you a very, very good example. Just since even that new heart rate monitor there, because I'm able to track a lot more. I don't feel that, you know, using an Apple Watch like I used to use, I'd wear it on my ankle a lot, or I'd flip it inside out, but I don't think it's not nearly as accurate as that. So with that alone, knowing what I used to do calorie-wise per workout, which wasn't my biggest metric that I tracked, but it was something that I looked at. It's a big number that you can't mistake, and you kind of know where you always fall. Since I've gotten, one, more efficient, I've gotten better at movements and technique. I'm always getting better. And my body just keeps becoming more and more efficient, right? The amount of calories that I burn is less. So it's a double-edged sword. It may go very fast, and once you get it to that point, you're good. But you will hit that point, and that's for me, but I know why it's doing that. I almost look at it as a good thing. Same thing with heart rate, right? I do chase heart rate. I'm kind of like a heart rate high kind of guy. I like that feeling, you know. Maybe it's my personality type, but I like that feeling of a high heart rate, you know. Whatever it kicks out chemical-wise in my body, it's a drug that I like. And you watch your heart rates where you would know, like, for instance, the snatch stir, which is for me, it's a double kettlebell snatch, down into a thruster back up, half snatch down. You guys probably see me do it on the channel a million times. I know what my heart rate would usually be with that. And just in the past 4 months or so, or maybe 5 months, in being able to track it, I don't know how long it's been coming down. I've been doing it for a long time, but I can see that, oh, well, I know if I used to do 10 of those with double 16s, that's where my heart rate would peak in that workout, and it would probably be in like the 180s. Well, the last time I did it, I was a high to mid 170s. It's like, yeah, it's like 10 beats a minute off of what it was before. The only thing that changed was me getting more efficient. So it's just something to think about. And the bottom line is just be kind to yourself. And also remember, all the shit you guys see on the internet is not real. They are the absolute best lighting. It is the absolute, I mean, you have no clue what they're on or what they're taking, no matter how much they deny. It's just not a real, it's just not reality. Like I said, the best lighting, even for me, guys, if I might look like decent in a video or something, you have to remember I'm fully pumped. That's not what I walk around like. You know, everybody kind of wants to be, they want that image of when they're like totally pumped and at their best. And it's like, it doesn't always work that way. Like, you know what? I have no clue what I look like right now, but that's my belly right now, you know? It's not always shredded and glistening from sweat, you know? It's just when I'm working out, and I kind of forget that, you know? We all know it, so don't think that that's what you're supposed to look like. And I'm not saying that I'm a prime example, but I'm saying other men, other people that you might, you know, really, really admire. So just be kind to yourself. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you should be doing, and you found the right video. Again, guys, if I added anything to your day, if I earned it, drop a like, share it with somebody who you think this would resonate with, and subscribe.